Dear friends, welcome back with another mission on the Van Hub, which is Gibson. I don't think this mission is a bit difficult. However, before we go ahead, if you don't mind, please subscribe to my channel and leave a like below. You're greatly appreciated. So without further ado, let's just get started. We can head over to Canini's VM. First of all, we need to discover the IP address of the target. The utility I'd like to use, as always, would be netdiscover. As you can see over here, the IP address of the target could be recognized as 108. So then what are we going to do next? We need to do port and surface scanning with a map. To save time of this video, I've already completed before, so now we just get out its result. And as you can see over here, I used the options like scene scan, the version scan, the default script scan, followed by the -p dash to do the full range port scan. The last option for all is ON to output the result into this file. Of course, as you can notice here, the IP address has been changed from the one when I did the machine the first time. This doesn't matter. From the map scanning results, we can know that the target has two open port numbers. The first one is 22, which is running SSH surface, and also the version information 6.6.1. This version is a very outdated. However, it's not easy to pick up the vulnerability, which can allow us to get access. Alright, so the second one is 80, which is running HTTP service and also the version information Apache 2. So I think it's very clear what we have to do next. We need to do immersion with the web application, both manually and automatically. So let's bring up the browser to do the manual immersion first. And we can put the IP address of the target into the address bar. Press enter, and we got the page back, and there is one file, Davinci, and we can click on it, and we got something back. The answer you seek will be found by brute force. So what do we need to do brute force against? We can check its source code. We got some very interesting comment. Damn it, Margot, stop setting your password to God. At least try and use a different one of the four most common ones. Eugenie. So I think the comment here is telling us the possible credentials includes the username and password. But before we try to, attempt this information to SSH to the target, I'd like to do some more or some additional immersion. Okay, for example, we can check whether this site has robots file or not. Not found. Next, we can launch the Ligto. But nothing at all. And also Ligto produces or returns some gibberish data. And next we can launch the GoBuster to do the directory immersion. And we can use W option to specify the word list. Directory, extension option. Press enter. Of course, there are several utilities or tools available which can do or conduct directory immersion. But personally, I prefer to use GoBuster, which is very effective too. I think this code, this utility is written in a Go language. Okay, and GoBuster found this file already, but you know, we have already know that, right? So what shall we do next? I do not want to wait anymore. Next, it's time to go back to the comment. So maybe here, I think it's a bit clear. The username would be Margot, and also the password. Before the password was or God, and if the God password doesn't work, we can try something else, different, one of the four most common ones. Okay, and we can use some sort of the word list. But before we try to make brute forcing, I'd like to manually test. Okay, so for example, the SSH Margot, and the password is God. It doesn't work, right? So it's very easy. We didn't do very much. We have already got the access to the target. And so next we need to do some local immersion. And there are 3 normal users. Duke. Nothing here. Oh, spin 64. So what's that? Next we can check the kernel. Kernel is a bit old, but I'm not going to take kernel level exploit to elevate privilege. So next we can try to get the sudo information. We do not need to provide the password to run covert. So what is covert? We can go to the Google, the Linux covert. So I think convert between image formats as well as resize and image blur, blah, blah, blah. And also we can go to, maybe we can go to the GTF OBIM's website. This website contains a lot of useful instructions about utilizing different binaries to elevate privilege convert. However, no convert binary. So we need to manually exploit this binary. So we can run it. We got the help messages. And again, this, this has already given us a lot of information about this utility or binary. And this is the image magic. And even, the version, right? And the convert image file, and can set image settings. So because this utility can be running as sudo, so next we need to find the vulnerability for this utility. And you can use Google to make some research. And almost the first link would be here, would be this one. And so insufficient shell characters filtering needs to potentially remote code execution. So now we just copy, we just follow the instruction. For example, we can try to, maybe we can copy and paste over here. And we can try to, maybe we do not need to this one. We can run cat shadow to see whether we can retrieve the shadow file. This is a privileged file. Normally, normal user cannot access this file. We can copy and paste over here. Oh, sorry. Maybe we can We can go to the temp directory and sudo. As you can see, we successfully retrieved the password, the shadow file. Of course, we can use this information to make brute forcing. But since the convert can allow us to execute command with privilege, right? With root privilege. So maybe before we try to make brute forcing against this shadow file, I'd like to, for example, we can change sudoers for file, okay? And for example, we can copy and convert. First of all, we can copy from etec sudoers and temp. Okay, we can copy. Maybe we can put sudo in front. We can copy and as you can see, we have already got the sudo files. However, at this moment, the current user cannot retrieve because of its permission. It's okay. We can add, we can change owner, Margot, and the temp sudoers. Okay. Copy, paste over here. Okay, now the owner and the group have been modified to Margot correspondingly. Next, also of course, at this moment, Margot has only read privilege. We want to modify this file, so we can copy, paste in here. We can change mode. And then we can copy and run it again. This time, Margot can modify this file. Okay, so then we can use the vi, maybe vim is here, vim sudoers, and we just put we just add a privilege to current user. We can yyp, and we can modify the root to Margot, write and quit, and then we need to overwrite the original sudoers file. Okay, this is very easy. We can copy again. We can copy and there should be space between copy and the pass. Etec sudoers. Then we can copy and run it. Okay, so now we can run bash, and the password is got. As you can see, we have already become root user, and then we can go to root directory. I don't think it's necessary to retrieve the flag. So as you know, we have already completed this machine or this box successfully. See you in the next one. Bye. Have a nice day, please.